to Artie Lang News Center and our expert analysis.
Live at motherfucking 5, over now.
Bombshell tonight.
A white man driving a stuff in his face.
Artie Lang, Don Ho.
He's gambling on human lives.
Hi, everyone. I'm Colleen May. Breaking news from the Channel 8 newsroom. Eyewitness News has learned that comedian Artie Lang was found dead in his hotel room at the Hard Rock. Lang was in Las Vegas for the taping of the Howard Stern show. The hotel has confirmed his death and says that Lang's girlfriend found his body around 7 o'clock this morning. He was taken to UMC where he was pronounced dead. We are following this breaking story, and we will, of course, update you as new information becomes available.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
Look who it is. Artie Lang. Don't make me break my foot off in your ass.
From Hoboken, New Jersey, welcome to the Artie Lang News Center's election night coverage. I'm James Flippin alongside Dan Filato, and we're awaiting the arrival of Artie Lang. But of course, tonight, as a nation,
Mr. Defense Artie Lang, I think, because he knows Trump so well.
Mr. Defense, that's right.
Minister,
yeah, well, you know, a cabinet position may very well be in the offing for Artie Lang. And of course, that's possibly why he's busy right now. He might be on the phone with Donald Trump. So we've witnessed a historic event tonight in the sense that try as the media might to smear someone as racist, misogynist, xenophobic, whatever it may be, people are going to cut through that stuff. People are going to see through the media's manipulation. It's a new era. It's a new day. And social media, Twitter, the ability to get your message out aside from these, main news networks, of course, including the Artie Lang News Network. It's amazing, really, Dan, in the sense that nobody in the mainstream wanted to admit that this could happen the entire time, whether it was Donald Trump as a nominee, whether it was Donald Trump, of course, once he got the nomination, actually securing the nod from the national electorate. Nobody really saw this happening, or maybe wanted to admit that this could happen. But it's kind of crazy when you think about it. The only thing that really happened tonight was that a career politician who'd been in public service for decades and basically gotten rich off of it, the public said, nah, we're good. We're good on that. And it's not about Donald Trump per se and like what he is. It's more what he represents. Talk about that.
Hey, I've been telling Artie for a year and a half, and it offends me that at the last minute, the Democrats will bring out Springsteen and John Bon Jovi. If any of them listen to any of Bruce Springsteen's songs, they would know that Pennsylvania, Ohio, Illinois, Wisconsin, the people outside of the cities are hurting bad, and they're not listening, and they've never been listening.
Michael Moore said, staunch liberal, right. Hates anything and everything Republican, conservative, all that. He said that this was going to happen.
Yep. He
said that this was going to be the biggest fuck you ever. And furthermore, he even went so far as to say he could understand why people in Michigan, where he's from, would vote for Trump.
I totally agree. Since the early 90s, when the Cubs weren't playing and I had months off, they would ask me to do some of these farm tours, and you'd go through these farm towns, and they'd be devastated. There's no downtown. Basically they're waiting for corporations were buying up the farms. And you could see like the entire major cities, with incredible histories of agriculture and manufacturing, were gone. They were just wiped out.
Ghost towns.
Yeah,
ghost towns. The Rust Belt.
Right.
That's the Rust Belt is what carried this election. Look at the fucking map.
Yep.
Look at the red right through the middle. That's what it's about. I mean, it's always been that way, of course, with the coasts being more liberal and all that kind of stuff. But Dan's a professional. He's putting on a good face. You're keeping it going here because we're doing a broadcast.
Hey, I'm coming off a World
podcast.
Series win. I don't give a fuck.
That's what I was going to say, man. You didn't want this to happen. You didn't want Trump to win.
I didn't vote for Hillary. I wrote in Bernie Sanders.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
We're not entirely convinced.
Artie was here.
Hey, listen, we weren't in there with the voting booth with you, but
Well, the thing.
The rest of us here at the news team, we're not exactly.
The ballot came here.
Right, because you voted absentee.
Yeah.
Okay. And what you're saying, you showed Artie that.
Well, I voted. I told him I was going to do it, so I did it. I voted for.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. So again, you had to know.
I was so livid that
you had to know when the Cubs won that there's no way you were also going to get, your preferred. Well, again, you're now trying to put it out there, this narrative that you didn't vote for her. It's really amazing, man. It's really incredible because you're sort of protecting yourself. You're like, oh well, I didn't really want her to win anyway.
What are you talking about? For 2 weeks, I've been telling Artie that I'm voting for Bernie Sanders.
Oh well, I didn't really, I didn't really want her anyway. I wanted Bernie. But I mean, listen, the whole thing with Bernie Sanders absolutely played into this because he got fucked. He got screwed.
Yep.
And if there's one thing America doesn't like, it's when people don't get a fair shake.
Right.
It's when people get, the system is kind of gamed against them. And I got to be honest with you, I think some of that was what spurred on Trump as well. Of course, the whole outsider thing, but the way he cut through the never Trump movement, so to speak, was by saying, hey, the deck is stacked against me, the media is stacked against me, everything is stacked against me. And some people said, oh, he's not being true to democracy by saying this process isn't fair. Fuck that. It's not. And, it looks as though the system may have actually been, not completely untoward and unfair if in fact he won, because it's one of those things, man. The voting public, it really comes down to how many people vote? 2/3?
Yeah, somewhere around.
So when you think about it, 2/3, it's just about getting more of your people to actually get up off their ass and go vote. And if you don't have any passion behind your candidate, you're screwed. And the Republicans saw it the last two election cycles. McCain, Romney. McCain's a wishy-washy, center of the aisle type guy. Romney was basically a New England liberal who happened to just be a Republican in name. That didn't inspire anybody to go vote. Hillary Clinton didn't inspire anybody.
No.
And it's crazy, too, because you'd think that the whole first woman thing would be something that would inspire somebody. And I think, truly, I'll be honest with you, because we saw it with Barack Obama and President Obama, how being the first president of color was something people got behind. I think if Hillary Clinton wasn't such a flawed person with a flawed record, people could have gotten behind that.
I agree.
And President Obama, well, we need to realize that there's a lot of forces in this country. There's a lot of sexism. So, that's really what we're seeing here. A lot of sexism. So we've got a lot to get into. We've got a lot of notes here. I've got some notes about things I've observed throughout the day, and we've got all this, network TV on with the sad commentators, and joining us now.
Dad, put me up a little back. Put my I can hear myself.
Which one is it?
Okay, this is Artie.
Okay, I got that. That's good.
Dan is an excellent headphone operator.
Yeah. Well, listen, Dan is very sad. I know Dan, and I know when he is legitimately sad.
You can tell, right?
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, think about it. Dan has worked with the left his entire life.
He's an agent.
Well, yeah, he dreamed of a woman being in the White House.
Oh.
That was a real dream. I know it. And I think, look, you have a chance with Elizabeth Warren maybe in 4 years.
You hear what he's playing?
What is it?
The dog. You're such an asshole.
That's of course, Dan. That's what I told Flip, and I said it's 2:00 in the morning, and I have a headache. And Flip came over to talk politics here, especially since again, we're President Donald Trump. It's amazing. It really is. The country. This is how much the country hates people. Hates the people in the media. This is a hatred for several groups of people. This is an insane hatred from the so-called blue-collar people.
Mm-hmm.
Of the media, most of the media, of show business, without question, and women. I'm kidding. No, it's just like all these guys on CNN right now. I mean, CNN basically, for all the shit they gave Fox News over the years for not being fair and balanced. I mean, come on, guys. CNN was basically, a hitman trying to kill Donald Trump for the last year. Certainly the last few months, and they went at his surrogates in more cruel ways than they would other surrogates, and a lot of those surrogates are idiots no matter what side they're arguing for. And by surrogates, for people who watch these news channels, I know about them because I've been watching it the last year and a half as a comic. I started out as a comedian. Well, listen, as a comic with Trump in the beginning, I wanted to get material, and I started to get good material out of it, and then I got hooked. Hooked like I watched The Sopranos. Yeah. Honestly, it became appointment TV to see what was going on, and Trump in the mix, it made it, at times sad, at times crazy, at times unbelievably funny, mostly hilarious. And what these people in the media that think they're helping people like Hillary Clinton and the left and liberals and blah blah blah, whatever you want to call it, the Democratic Party, what these people, and I started to really see it when John Kerry was the candidate, and I was on the Howard Stern show at that time, so I was in the epicenter of sort of media, and Howard got it through the people. I think it was a marketing thing mostly with Howard, because I think if someone like Howard really, if you laid out his politics, I think he'd always come out more on the right. But because of what happened with Janet Jackson, Justin Timberlake, and we would get suspended, blah, 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 and that censorship was coming back with the FCC, Howard got on a big-time bandwagon to get Bush out of office, the second Bush, and get Kerry elected. And, so I'm involved in that, in the center of all that every day. And I'm not a political guy, but I did not like John Kerry. And here I am every day, I don't feel like talking about this. Politics will take 2 hours of every show. It did suck. For the first time, though, on the radio, I saw what Howard went through. I would say something on the air that I thought was a funny joke, and then it would get cut out, and I get pissed. That never happened to me before. I mean, I jumped on that bandwagon when it was a steamrolling train, man, 17 years deep into that show, and he could get away with a lot of shit, even though it was regular radio. And I never saw myself censored. And then a couple of jokes I would say, what happened? Or they got dumped. I'm like, motherfucker, you get mad. So he got on the soapbox of let's get Kerry elected. And I really became aware of what show business would do. You had Ashton Kutcher doing public service announcements, telling coal miners how to vote. All of show business. Ellen DeGeneres telling people how to vote, crying, making it seem so important. Bill Maher, again, I'm a fan of his, clearly, because I watch his show. And I think he's a smart, funny guy. But Bill Maher is, without question, maybe the biggest asshole who's ever walked the planet Earth.
Take that, Bill Maher.
Yeah. There is no, I guarantee you, everyone who's met Bill Maher, if you filled them up with true serum, I'm including his, I think he has a mother and a sister, they would say, yeah, he's an asshole. He is just an asshole. The irony is he talks about Trump's temperament. He has the same exact temperament.
Exactly.
He's like a little kid. If an audience doesn't laugh at a joke, he doesn't even think that in the realm of possibilities, the joke could be a bad joke. It doesn't cross his mind. It's immediately the audience's fault for some reason. Either they're too politically correct, they're offended too easily, or blah, 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 blah. Or they're dumb. That's the big thing. I'm sick of you people. They don't laugh at a joke. He goes, I'm sick of you. And talk about a friendly audience. He tells jokes in that monologue that would bomb in every single comedy club on the planet. On the planet. Tells jokes about the Speaker Boehner's tan. Who in the fucking Cincinnati Chucklehead's getting that? But this audience is like, I think his writers are the audience. Everyone who wrote the jokes are in the audience. That's how they're laughing. And as liberal as they come. And people, again, it's you just have to get through your thick skulls. I know it's hard for people in show business to realize this, and pompous asses in the media. People like Chris Cuomo on CNN. Oh my God! Here's a guy who thinks everyone else is so dumb. He actually doesn't let them answer the questions he asks. He answers them. He has a conversation with himself. An egomaniac you can't believe. And he's, he's been pounding Trump, pounding him. And that broad he works with, too, they goof on the surrogates as if they're stupid. And these surrogates for Clinton, when the other people talk for Trump, they're giggling to themselves. Like they're so much smarter than them. And they're dumb. Stephen Colbert did a special tonight. On Showtime. I think he was thinking, obviously, Hillary's going to win. And it was supposed to be a celebration. And we watched the last 20 minutes. It's the worst 20 minutes in the history of television.
He clearly thought Trump was going to lose.
Oh, my God.
And the entire show was going to be making fun of Trump.
A celebration.
Right. He had no bits because it was all...
Yeah. All of show business is doing this. I mean, they're goofing on Trump. And don't you understand that these people don't like... these people who vote... These people that you write off as people
Deplorable.
you think right a basket of deplorables. I mean, she said it. Sometimes she let her the real her shine through. And talk about a cunt.
My cunt smells.
Yeah, exactly.
My cunt smells like fucking pussy.
There you go. That's her. That should have been her slogan. Right now they have a deaf interpreter at the Hillary thing. Look at these lunatics left over at the Hillary thing. Mm-hmm. They look like the people who stay, watch all the extra innings of a Met Red game. I'm kidding. Of course I'm kidding. But Dan, of course, is me and Flip. We had this show. Like, this is the opposite of the Colbert Show. Me and Flip are doing this show to goof on Dan. And
what have I been telling you?
I'm not a political guy.
He claims that he's told you for 2 weeks that he's definitely writing Bernie in.
Yeah.
Is that true?
There's no way Dan wrote Bernie.
No, I did. Zero.
Dan every once in a while, Dan tries to be one of the guys, and he's not one of the guys. Okay. Dan is a very effeminate heterosexual.
Yeah,
there's something other.
Because it's cool to vote for Bernie. You mean, right? Like it's hip.
No, well, he doesn't want to admit to me because Dan tries to be one of the guys. And
but we know he's liberal. We know he's a Democrat,
right? Of course, I mean, but he's
right. I'm not. I voted for Tammy Duckworth.
I don't know who that is.
She ran for Senate and won tonight.
Now, what are her opinions? I guarantee they're like communist.
I did it for Ron Santo because she has no legs.
Yeah, all right.
No, but seriously, what are her?
Yeah, she was a war veteran, and she's been.
Okay, the Asian broad.
Yeah,
I know who you're talking
about. You voted for an Asian woman? How dare you? What do you get? What do you get?
Well, it was the other thing.
You get jerked off by a guy who looks like Bob Dole.
Yeah, he offered it.
Let's let everybody use their own skills. An Asian woman, I don't think senator or Congress.
Senate.
Now, okay, did she win?
She won.
Okay, so Illinois has a senator.
Mark Kirk had a stroke and he could barely speak, and even the Tribune.
I know it's better. He's better than Tim Duckworth. Because the word he.
But he had some major gaffe. He insulted her.
Yeah. Her ethnicity.
Didn't he? Yeah. Didn't he make fun of her for being Asian?
Did he say he had a necklace made out of gook teeth that he got in Vietnam?
Oh God!
Because that's what men used to be. Men used to go to Vietnam and confirm about 200 kills of gook children. And they would take the teeth out of the gook child.
Oh shit!
Exactly. And they would make a necklace of gook children teeth. And is that what he said? Because that is not a line.
It was something like that.
I've had necklaces of teeth more impressive than you.
I love that. I love the deaf interpreter at the Hillary thing, telling all the people she lost. Like there must be a mistake. There must be a mistake. Trump won. And what is the symbol?
This person doesn't know sign language.
I know. Yeah. What's the symbol for Trump? She just starts sucking a ding. She points to her asshole.
Yeah.
Asshole won. What did you say? What'd you say? The deaf man. What'd you say? Asshole won. You saying asshole won?
I just don't want to be an asshole.
Asshole won. You mean Trump? Yeah, asshole. Remember, Mandy? What we said, the thing for Trump is, I point to my asshole, that's Trump. You want it in your asshole? No. No. So politically correct. You think Trump wastes time or money on deaf people? He just pays people to scream. He just takes them inside and just screams in their ear. I fucking won! Get out!
About an hour and a half ago, they reported that he left the war room, his war room, to go up to meet Melania in their suite.
And bang her, victory bang.
That's what I thought.
Of course it is. And Melania's like, I get tired. You want victory fuck now? I get tired. Boy, Michelle Obama's got to write a bunch of speeches the next 4 years. Can you ask Michelle? Can you ask colored woman to write speech? I was told coloreds can't be in White House. My daddy told me that. He Russian.
Man, that's a back-to-back combo for First Lady, huh?
Oh, absolutely.
Muscular arms into...
Yeah, well, I don't know if you heard on the show my theory that Bill Clinton left.
Well, it was the promo, so
yeah, left all cum stains on the wall, and she got right to it with the arms. First of all, Trump, this is what happened to me when I got on Mad TV. Like, I wasn't a trained actor. I somehow got on a sketch show, and I was with all these Northwestern, like, Juilliard trained actors who did characters. I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do now? The con worked. I think Trump might have that feeling right now. Now what? Well, he's going to hire Giuliani as the head of the FBI. The first thing, first of all, Hillary Clinton better get on a plane for Bahrain because she is going to jail. He's going to look into her situation. The first thing I'm going to do when I become president, I'm going to hire a special prosecutor to look into your situation. Your situation. Hey, Bill, fire up the jet.
You think she's as shocked right now as everybody in the punditry classes?
Yes, she is. She's a pompous.
Is she shitting herself?
She might be. With that fucking ass.
A dumper, a big dumper.
Yeah, right now there's a dirty pantsuit somewhere. No. She is. She cannot believe this happened. Believe me.
Oh, I know.
She was supposed to be president in 2008, and then Mr. Opposite of the color of his house, Mr. Barack Obama comes along.
All day they've been talking about the glass ceiling at the Javits.
Yeah.
Javits or
Javits.
Exactly.
Javits Center.
Yeah, what happened? Trump landed his helicopter, took a big shit. Trump landed his helicopter right on top of the glass ceiling.
How great would that be if that's what they did? They just flew by buckets of mud.
You know what he did? Yeah, he pulled a bunch of guys off a construction site in Pittsburgh and said, "I want 1,000 guys to take a collective shit." Look at how mad Van Jones is. Who's the black guy? Van
yeah.
Jones.
Okay,
Yeah.
He's going nuts on
he
Twitter.
Is such a pompous ass. He is such a pompous ass. And when this old guy who's for Trump talks, this guy, you can't spin anything with this guy.
Right.
He relates everything. Look at Podesta. Oh, I hope. What's he going to say now?
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Here's Podesta.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm gonna send this in an email.
Check your inbox.
I won't make a speech now.
And it's been a long campaign, but I could say we can wait a little longer, can't we?
Oh, we'll wait forever.
Still counting votes.
Look up.
Every vote.
There are 50 construction workers shitting on the glass ceiling. That'd be great if a big helicopter
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
and he just fucking unloaded a bunch of shit.
Here's your glass ceiling.
First of all, Hillary Clinton knew she was going to lose. CNN and Donna Brazil sent her a note saying you're losing tomorrow.
I gave her the scoop.
Hillary, it's Donna. You know I'm a man, a woman of God.
that your voices...
Now go to the store and get me a pack of menthol.
To her and to Tim and to all of us.
This guy is an asshole. Too.
Oh, I know.
We are so proud of you.
I know I called Chelsea a cunt.
We are so...
A spoiled cunt.
Yeah.
Who's proud of her? Not even them. They barely even cheered.
Nobody's proud of her. This guy looks like a fucking meth head.
That's right.
Podesta.
I have to say this tonight. Good night. We will be back. We'll have more to say. Let's get those votes counted.
He's leaving.
Let's bring this home.
Let's get those votes counted. You might not want the votes to... Let's not get those votes counted.
You are in all of our hearts. Thank you.
So this is 2 o'clock in the morning, by the way, because since we're recording this.
He just told all the Javitson to go home.
What was, in the opinion of many of the people in that room...
Hey, Anderson, get ready. President Trump's going to take back gay marriage.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I can see wanting to wait and see.
Look at Schmerkanish.
I don't know what her state of mind is right now.
I love this. I love this. None of these idiots know what to do. You guys got him elected. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Do you get it? George Clooney with your $300,000 dinner. What is that? A salad and soup? Why do these people? And then George Clooney's on like 60 Minutes talking about why is he so smart about politics? Because he was in The Peacemaker.
Mm-hmm. And Syriana.
Yeah, why? Why the fuck is he a genius? Why do we listen to him? Ashton Kutcher did a PSA. The guy from Dude, Where's My Car?
I like to call myself the difference.
Yeah. Yeah, the difference was about 80 electoral votes.
We're voting for a difference.
Here's the difference. Hillary was winning, and then I came on the campaign, and now she's losing. That's the difference. That's the difference.
Difference?
Oh, wait, here's Van Jones. He's laughing because this guy's so dumb compared to him.
This is absurd.
Van thinks you were making exactly his point.
This is so egregious that if this was Donald Trump, the hypocrisy would be so outrageous that, you know what someone in this panel would call him? The George Costanza of this election. That's what he would be called right now. You won. So where was the conciliatory note to say, I want my people to support one president? Where's that message?
It's got to start with you, man.
No, it has to start with the president who ran. It has to start with Hillary Clinton, who ran. Look, I didn't run for president. John Podesta didn't.
Oh, he's the nice guy now.
This is the fear. Oh my God. You see it.
Ugh, this guy's the worst.
Shut the fuck up.
Say it again. I didn't hear you. You won. That's right. And Hillary Clinton should say that to the American people.
Yeah, why is it? That's right. Where was she? She sent Podesta.
I'm not done. I'm not done.
I'm black. I'm talking.
It's 2 o'clock in the morning. She'll talk in the morning.
Will she?
Let me finish. Corey, you're being a horrible person right now.
This is Donald Trump. The hypocrisy would be so outrageous.
He's right.
Now, I want every parent at home.
At 2 o'clock in the morning.
I want every parent at home who's up right now, who's trying to figure out. Yeah, who are up right now trying to figure out how are we going to get through this?
Get through what?
Where's the understanding? Where's the empathy going to come from? It's going to have to come from ordinary people.
Not for me.
At work, when we go,
I'm not ordinary.
People who we don't agree with, this can't be the interaction. It's gonna have to be ordinary people reaching out to each other. I'm gonna say one more thing before I let a smarter person talk about smarter things.
Wow.
When they were,
I think that was on him. He was being self-deprecating.
I stepped up for her because I thought it was inhuman and disgusting for somebody who never signed up to be a political wife to go out there and do her best and actually ask for the bullying to stop and then be bullied herself. Because you gotta treat people like human beings. What? Tonight, Hillary Clinton's a human being.
He acts like someone died.
Let her come out tomorrow and do a good job. And I'm telling you what, if we can't begin to treat each other in a more human way, this thing is gonna go from bad to horrible.
Hold on. To bring up Melania Trump, who I happen to know and respect immensely, I heard so many people say on this network,
not me,
and not you, you're right. So many people criticized her for saying that her priority was going to be anti-bullying because of what her husband has said on Twitter. Criticized her. Multiple people, all the time. And tonight,
everybody's on the
to say that one of two people who's going to be elected president of the United States.
So what is he upset about? That Clinton will not speak? All right,
Yeah,
well,
she didn't concede.
He thinks that she should be giving. Lewandowski's saying she should be conceding tonight.
right. But did they officially call him the winner? Is it no one said that?
No,
not yet. No.
Donald Trump. No. They put their faith in Hillary Clinton, and she received tens of millions of votes tonight, and won a series of states. And she's the leader of the Democratic Party. And for her not to walk, is it too late?
Yeah. They're saying she definitely should not.
I
think, look, as we've just seen, this is an election that has deeply, deeply divided the country. I mean, the polling, we look, we'll probably get.
All right. Well, it is not, but again, the Bill Maher was on his show the other night, saying basically if Trump wins, it's going to be the end of the world. The end of the world. What is he talking about? What the fuck is he talking about? I don't. First of all, I'm not for the wall. Who the fuck is going to clean diner bathrooms? The last clean diner. You've seen the last clean diner bathroom when he gets that wall up. Who do you think cleans those bathrooms? White kids?
Certainly not Canadians.
So not legal Mexicans.
I mean, they're not that clean right now. Can't we take a chance?
Right. Well, illegal Mexicans are in a rush.
Might get better.
Exactly.
Make America great again.
MAGA.
MAGA.
I just say MAGA.
Yeah. It was so great because I said that to Dan earlier. I said MAGA, Dan. And he was like, what? And then he said MAGA.
Well, Dan,
it was so great the way he said it. I wish I had it recorded. He was like, MAGA.
Dan, unfortunately, hanging out with me, he's out of lower his sophistication. Dan hangs out with a very sophisticated crew.
Here's the big question tonight. Which one of us is going to marry Selma?
Well, but
Do mommy happy.
Yeah.
Do mommy happy.
Dan, to be one of the guys, I think Dan looks out to me because I'm I'm someone who's, I don't play by the rules.
Nice guys.
Dan doesn't jaywalk, I jaywalk. And sometimes to be one of the guys that he'll yell out something about a girl on TV or something. Look at the cans on her. Man, I'd like to get with that one. What are you talking about? We're 48 years old. Yeah, look at her. I'd like to, look up her skirt. But he says stuff that he thinks guys say.
Oh,
but he's always a little off. Like a guy who says Monday evening football. Let's watch some Monday evening football.
The football matchup.
Yeah. Who's paying?
What squadron?
Well, I gotta get some guys together. We're gonna jaywalk. Yeah.
The girl is hot. The girl is hot.
He's got 5 Brussels griffons. 5.
Presently? Or you had 5?
I had 5.
Tippy died.
I married into 5.
Didn't Tippy die?
Yes, Tippy died. There's 2 now.
And Tyler Canoe and Tyler Toe. What the fuck is that? Tippy Canoe and Tyler Toe.
No, what is it? Oh God, what is it?
It is. That's it, right?
What is it?
It's like an old presidential thing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's why it's Tippy?
I don't know.
He won a battle at Tippecanoe or something like that.
He did?
Yeah, there's a...
Wait, no, I didn't hear this. Wait, what? So, what's the story?
What's the guy, who was the guy that won, did he win the presidency or did he come up as runner-up? It was back in the 1800s.
Yeah, that's where that comes from.
Right. And then what, you won something?
No, it's just the dog's name was Tippy. I confused everything.
Oh, no, but that's great, though. The dog's name is Tippy. Seriously, I do think, I bust his balls. I do think Dan's heterosexual. I want to know, how many heterosexual men do you think have a Brussels griffon named Tippy?
I married into, the dogs were there before I got there.
Yeah, but you treat them nice.
So that's the standard?
So I don't beat the dog.
Yeah.
No, not beat the dog. Just I would
not be so affectionate.
I wouldn't feed it.
Right.
I wouldn't feed it. I wouldn't add to it. So I wouldn't, I wouldn't try.
Oh, you would feed it.
I wouldn't try to kill it, but I wouldn't try to make it live either. I wouldn't.
Well, if you don't feed it, it's going to die.
Right. Well, that's what I mean. So let the broad do it. Let the person with a vagina do it.
Dan,
they have it.
It's not a bad point.
But you knew too many details about it. You know, the one climbed over the other one, and you fucking would. You would. What would you do?
Well, look at this.
After it ate? What would you do? You had a little time for it. Like doggy time or something?
What?
You said that one would build a fort or something?
No, what happened was that when
listen to this.
there was a dog area. We had a dog area built, and it's a nice area. But
what do you mean, like a penned-in area?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And
for deplorables,
they would most of the time when we get back home from where we went, movie or something, or went out to dinner, two or three of them would be all over the house. And because we put them in the fenced area, one or two would piss all over the place.
Right. So then I immediately kill them.
And we couldn't figure out how they were getting out, and we found out that Mimi was
Mimi
smashing Tippy into the fence, and then she would jump up and let
So you identified with Tippy because you were bullied in high school.
But how did you figure that out?
We filmed it. We put
like a security camera?
Yeah, we just put a camera down there.
So how much more of an investment was that for these dogs?
What a
no,
faggot.
I had a camera.
What a faggot.
Really? What did you use the camera for?
This is just
unbelievable.
This is unbelievable. I mean, honestly, the wasting of time. But now I know why you like Tippy, because you identify with Tippy because you were bullied in high school.
I was not bullied in high school.
Dan, there's no way. Again, all the stuff we're not getting. Nobody leaves high school when they're 15. You were being, and I feel ashamed because I probably would have busted your balls too. But I would have let you out of the locker. I would have watched the black kids stuff in the locker, and then I would have let you out.
We had no black kids at our high school.
Yeah, that's why you like black people. I that's why I helped Jim Brown out off his pants. I mean, that's something else. You definitely at least jerked Jim Brown off.
Oh, God.
No, honestly, listen, let me tell you something. You were probably, because you're very effeminate. You're heterosexual, but you're a very effeminate man.
I'm not an effeminate man.
You're unbelievably effeminate.
No, I'm not.
You sit like a girl.
I do not.
You don't even realize it. Right now, you look like a girl.
Well, it's been a rough night for him.
Yeah. And again, who like Elizabeth Warren?
Oh, God.
And now
you don't like her.
And now Ducky Duckworth.
Yeah.
He loves her.
You like Elizabeth Warren?
He said what
Why?
He was her pick for was his pick.
Jim Webb was my pick for president.
Oh, ooh la la, Jim Webb.
You know what would be great? You know, if Randall Cobb ran for president and had Webb as his running mate, what a great ticket. Cobb Webb.
Yeah. Clean out the cobwebs from DC.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
I think you can be honest with me, because your politics, you claim you're lying to me. You clearly voted for Hillary Clinton. Why would you not vote for her?
For the last week, I've been telling you I wrote in Bernie Sanders.
So you just decided to do this? Like you would have voted for her, say, if the election was 2 months ago?
Well, yeah, he's a Democrat.
Yeah, I would have voted for her. But
so
it
what,
was
all
the
this email stuff?
The emails just...
Really?
Well,
yeah,
no,
Bernie,
you knew about it a long time ago.
The Donna Brazile thing you hated.
Yeah, and the Donna Brazile.
Yeah, well, that was pathetic. What, did giving her the questions?
Yeah.
How is that not the fact that, CNN, it doesn't matter, even though it's a conflict of interest, you have to, any good news organization has to make that a major, you're telling me, based on how much time they gave these two scandals on, you're telling me that 11 years ago, when Donald Trump wasn't a politician, but was registered as a Democrat, according to him, back then, was on a party bus to promote a reality show he was on, talking to a guy who's not even he's like, Billy Bush is like talking to an ottoman. He's not even a person. On his way to do a little bit for Access Hollywood, where they crash a soap opera. On that bus, when he didn't know a microphone was on, he said he liked pussy. That, according to CNN and the Time coverage, again, 11 years ago, is a bigger scandal than someone who works for CNN giving a debate question to a presidential candidate.
Yeah.
That's him liking pussy's way bigger.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, well, that was sexual assault, you say.
And the other day, the big story on CNN and the big story in the media was because Corey Lewandowski and Kellyanne and who the other Trump person is took a picture, and it's like the
Pearson?
team, the team picture,
Katrina
and that
Pearson
was
or something?
for like 48 hours. That was like the big story. Oh, CNN's credibility. Fuck that! It's the credibility of giving the fucking questions.
Yeah. Well, how about Ted Turner? Ted Turner's a big. I heard he likes grabbing pussy. No, I don't know. What's amazing about this is this guy Van Jones is such a pompous ass. Even now in losing, he just everything. Every time somebody says something, he's like, "No, let me explain why you're wrong."
And then he tweeted, "Welcome to the hashtag white leash" or something like that.
Oh, is that what he said? Yeah. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah. Oh, somebody wrote that. There was some like Slate article or Salon or something that said, "Could slavery be reinstituted under President?"
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Well, I wish
with a straight face.
I don't like. Listen, I'm all for slavery. I'm not. I just don't think it should be for one race. It should be for criminals.
Yeah.
Why not? The only problem with slavery was they did it for the wrong reason. Just because you're black. If we can make like disgusting pedophiles, like Jerry Sandusky should be a slave right now.
That's right.
You know what I mean? He should be assigned somebody to be a slave.
Yeah, but could you trust him to get the job done?
Well, you'd have to chain him up and stuff. Him and Subway, Jared.
Yeah,
Subway.
Jared Fogle.
Well, they got
and
the
fucking Anthony Weiner, I guess, too.
Oh, why not? Why not?
Not a whole lot of strength in that trio, though. Like like
Anthony Weiner, that fucking
elbow grease.
The couple of pictures Anthony Weiner takes, it's clear he thinks he's a young Marcus Schenkenberg. What an egomaniac!
Yeah.
What an egomaniac!
He's a creepy dude.
Think about how dark, though, all the karma the Clintons gave out. Think about how dark their world is. They ruined that poor girl's life. That's what's her face, Suki Leak. What's her name? Saki Leak? Suki?
Oh, Uma Abdin?
Uma Abdin, yeah. It would have been weird if her name rhymed with WikiLeaks. But who's that guy? Who's that basket of deplorable? Oh, my God.
Power you on.
Yeah, Jesus. Look like James Corden in a audition. Again, the world is just, it's upside down. But Dan, this is your dream world. Cubs are winning.
The Cubs are,
and the women rule the world.
Again, Dan, you should have known you weren't going to get a double up. You know, the karma gods aren't looking you out that hard.
I didn't vote for her.
Oh God, why are you lying? It's really frustrating that he's not telling the truth.
It's
sort of like Hillary not giving her conciliatory.
He wants to seem cool. that ship sailed.
I think he doesn't want the L on his record. He's like, I opted out. I'm above the fray. I don't like either of these candidates.
Dan hates being wrong.
I voted for
Kerry.
John Kerry.
What a fruit. I mean, he was just what a ne'er-do-well. And now it's clear. It's clear the whole world we're everyone's bitch. We're Iran's bitch. We're Russia's
I
bitch.
voted for him because Puff Daddy told me.
$1.7 billion to Iran.
Yeah, exactly. Just give it away. Oh yeah, Puff Daddy, but that's what I feel. That earthquake routine is so amazing. I was sitting at home in bed, it was like a Tuesday afternoon. I was eating Fritos, and I see Puff Daddy come on TV and say, "Vote for John Kerry." I'm like, this shit must be serious. I waited online for 4 hours. White people got my real name. This motherfucker lost by 3 million votes. Like, fuck you, Puff Daddy. You don't know shit about voting. Stick to remixing. John Kerry married to Teresa Hines, a condiment queen. Teresa Hines, your wife. Why you working at all, motherfucker? Just relax. If I was married to Teresa Hines, I'd be like, worst case, you want to be president? Shit, my bitch own ketchup. Every time a nigga order French fries, coaching. So true. His bitch owns ketchup. Own ketchup. Isn't that great that
you can't have the S there?
One letter makes you talk ebonics.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? If you add an S, you sound white. My bitch owns ketchup.
Well, it depends on where you add the S.
Well, no, I'm saying just
you
at
say
the end.
Barnes and Nobles.
Right. Well, then you're married, boss. My bitch owns ketchup. That sounds like a white guy. Just take the S away. My bitch owns ketchup. Now you sound black. That's amazing. Dan, your thoughts? Do your black voice.
Do you have one?
His black voice is the single most racist thing I've ever heard.
Oh, because he does like in
my bitch own ketchup.
Yeah. Oh my God, how terrible.
What was that old time radio show? Amos and Andy.
It was on.
Yeah,
that's like the type of voice he's doing.
Yeah, but they do it funny. They're like, "Hello there. Might you be so kind as to tell me who won the presidency?" Andy. I pitched at Mad TV. I pitched Tori Amos and Andy, and that got shut down. I almost got fired. Yeah, John Amos and Andy. No, nothing. Amos and Andy Pettit. Amos and Andy Cohen. You like that?
Yeah.
Dan knows all the gay references. You DVR Divorce. That's my favorite.
Wait, what? What's that? Oh, that's a sitcom, right?
Yeah,
Or something?
The new Sarah Jessica Parker show. And Dan was a big Sex and the City guy.
Artie's going on tour with HBO. I want him to be up to date on all the shows.
Not after this podcast. Yeah. It's amazing how the line you could see it on a TV show. The TV show I worked crashing at HBO. You know, every blue collar guy, you know, the guys, the key grips, the camera guys, they were all Trump, and all the creative types that they call above the line, which is seriously that's the way they call it. It's condescending just in the name. They all went for Clinton.
They're with her.
Yeah, they're with her. They're with her.
Yeah. They're also wearing scarves.
Yeah, knock her up. Get her over the old skull. By the way, I found out that was lock her up just 2 days ago. I thought it was knock her up the whole time. I was very confused. I thought they were talking about Chelsea.
Please knock her up. Someone. No, she's married.
Yeah.
Does she have kids?
Yeah. Does she have kids?
Chelsea? Yes.
Yeah. Chelsea, yes, she has 3 kids. I send them cards.
And 5 dogs.
I send them cards. We're all rooting for Mom. We're all rooting for Mom.
Russell Griffons?
Yeah. I know you never write me back, but I just want to let you know in case you do read these. Tippy died. I tell all my favorite first daughters about Tippy.
Trump won Wisconsin.
Amy Carter.
There we
Which
go.
means he's the president.
He's the president.
All right, so wait, let's hear them.
Is that official, though?
Wall that Hillary Clinton had tried to create. Donald Trump wins Wisconsin. Take a look at this. 92% of the vote is in. He's up by 75,000 votes plus 10 electoral votes. Donald Trump, the winner in Wisconsin. Let's take a look at the Electoral College right now with that win in Wisconsin. Look at how close he is. Right now, he has 257.
President of the United States.
Wow.
13 more.
They're not going to be able to say it.
Elected president.
So Chelsea. So when is Hillary Clinton going to say I concede?
And he is getting incredibly.
Look at Jake Mail-ass Tapper.
This is the blue wall that Hillary Clinton.
Look at this guy on the right. That guy on the right is such a fruit.
Hasn't even visited since the Democratic convention over the summer, and it's stunning. Look, the last time it was close.
That guy, that effeminate guy, that chubby effeminate guy on the right, I forget his name.
Oh, yeah.
But look, they had his name, and underneath it said takes polls.
This is a reliably.
He's their stats guy.
Poll taker.
And this is not an original observation, but the idea that the Clinton campaign couldn't see white working class voters going to Trump in places.
That is so condescending too. They go, white people who didn't go to college.
Also potentially in jeopardy.
A white man. I'm a white man who didn't go to college. I'm exactly what they.
Well, that's the narrative that's coming now. Is that look all these awful people.
I
that
know,
did
right?
this.
Uneducated.
These awful people.
What do they teach you in college about Hillary Clinton that makes you like her? I don't get it. Is there a course? A secret course? Here's why you like Hillary Clinton. I don't get it.
Love Hillary Clinton 101.
Yeah. That we don't know about.
You need it to graduate. I don't want to take this. It's a requirement.
It is a requirement, I guess.
Republicans since 1988. So these are.
Why is Dana Bash talking?
In that blue wall.
Look at how big her eyes are. She always looks like her eyes.
They don't fit inside her head, really.
No, they don't. She looks like a raccoon. Here we go. Here comes the poll taker. He's just sitting there and nod.
Yeah, we are one call away from.
Is he going to win Michigan?
Yeah, he's going to win easily.
Wow.
He'll win Michigan easily.
That's crazy.
Both of those states.
And he's up by way more than I thought in Pennsylvania. He's going to sweep. That's it.
Wow.
He won Pennsylvania, Michigan, and fucking Wisconsin.
He should. Do they still do have coal in Western Pennsylvania,
Yes.
right? So I mean, Hillary should have gotten slaughtered there. She should have lost there.
Well, that's true. I mean, she said out loud again. The basket of deplorables was letting people see the real her.
Yeah.
The other one was, we're going to put so many minors out of work.
Yeah.
What?
What a stupid thing to say.
Who says that?
I know.
Someone who has never legitimately considered life in the Midwest. That's for sure.
Well,
even though she's from Illinois.
Well, no, another testimony to how much people hate them if they meet them and they know them. Arkansas, their home state, where she was the first lady of that state and he was the governor. Trump killed them. It was a landslide because why? Those people know them.
The idea that the other candidate is not going to concede after that happens, while we're all still awake, it's only 2:30 in the morning. That's remarkable, and I have to say, there is a nation going on here. It's not just one candidate and her supporters. There is an entire
Wow, so Tapper's actually kind of taking her to task.
Yeah, what was he saying? That he's giving her shit?
Yeah, he's saying it's irresponsible for her to close up shop at 2:30 when it's pretty clear where the way this is going.
No kidding.
Wall seems to be teetering.
I bet she couldn't handle it tonight.
Yeah,
man.
that's what
I
I
bet
think
she's
so,
fucking
too.
destroyed.
Bill Clinton had to cancel a bunch of cleaning women coming over.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Hillary, I was going to get the rug shampoo. Again.
He's going to have to spend the rest of his life listening to her bitch at him.
Yeah.
They should get a divorce.
I was just going to say, what if he came out tomorrow?
Yeah.
It's been time.
They should just get a divorce. I mean, I'm HIV positive.
The Empire State Building is red.
I can't.
Oh, wait,
wow.
now it just went.
No, they didn't.
Now what happened? It was red.
Going back and looking at the polls in this race.
Somebody's at the switch.
Look,
It's too early to call it.
This guy's talking.
Campaigns all these states. I can't stress enough.
This is the guy who takes polls.
Wisconsin and Michigan, they were never considered battlegrounds.
CNN's the guy who takes polls.
Ever throughout this entire process until the final couple of days in Michigan, they considered that was on a different list for them. So this is clearly coming as a big surprise to them as well.
A major blunder.
Speaking of big surprises, I'd like to introduce you to my life partner, John King.
How stupid is the polling? The whole, trying to pick it ahead of time and who's going to win. They have no
I like
clue.
the.
They have no idea.
The sidebars too. They go, okay, Latinos who at one time worked in a bodega. You're up by 50.
And they had him as like +7 Democrat, which matched the turnout in 2012. Well, I mean, Barack Obama's not running this time.
Right now, there's guys on computers for all these pollsters taking down Hillary Clinton in a landslide. Even like on some of them on CNN sites, I went back to see from 24 hours
You mean they
ago.
deleted it?
Yeah, they're deleting the stories.
That's amazing.
Now, do you tell people on the gay porno site to just wait while you do that? Hang on a minute. Look, there's no way she can win. Is there any way she can win?
I don't think so.
No,
I don't
right?
think there's any way that she can win.
Well, I mean, there's got to be mathematically, or else they would say it, right?
No, that's it. There's no. They're fucking CNN. Mathematically, they're not.
So what is Fox News saying?
Yeah, I'll go over there
because they've actually had the higher electoral count for the Republicans for a while.
No, I know. Yeah, but they get news first. Oh, wait, the guy left with the poll.
Well, they don't care about losing viewers.
That it is surprising to me.
They're not afraid
that
if people are going to turn it off.
That out because it's not like the entire election is hanging on one state that just.
This guy likes. I heard they heard this guy used to work for Disney. He got fired. He was sitting on Pinocchio's face yelling "Lie, lie!" I'm taking a poll as we speak.
Wow, man, that's crazy. When I looked at it ahead of time, Dan, I said if Trump can get North Carolina, obviously, Ohio and Florida were always a must. But if he could flip Michigan, which it looks like he might do, and he needed to win Arizona, which I guess they're still saying is too close to call, that he could get to 270. I think doing all that stuff, even without Pennsylvania, I'm pretty sure I had him at right at 270. So the fact that he might actually get Pennsylvania, I mean, the fact that he got Wisconsin, that's pretty crazy.
Florida.
Well, Florida was a must.
Right.
I think if he didn't get, and obviously that may not end up being the truth anyway when you get to the end of it. But I always felt like you had to get Florida. That's almost becoming like a Ohio
Right.
for
You
the
have to
GOP.
get-
Like
right.
if you don't get that, you're not going to get the. And I mean, Ohio's always been the bellwether in that respect, right?
Right.
So, yeah, but I don't know, man. I think it is pretty bad that she's not giving a speech tonight.
I agree. Oh man, I mean,
It goes to show you they weren't prepared for this at all.
No.
And I remember hearing them. They were saying the last few days when she wasn't really out on the campaign trail. There's like, well, she's working on her speeches.
Yeah.
Speeches? Yeah. No, I think she was working on her speech. She didn't have that second one. She didn't have that prepped.
Man.
Well, you know, there'll be a lot of people in the tri-state area crying in their coffee tomorrow. I'll tell you that much.
Yep.
And that's what's crazy, man. I bet you on Fox News they have the count even higher because again, it's a party over there.
I just went to it. It was it's the same.
They're not worried about people turning the TV off. Everybody on that side's staying up and they're fired up. But I mean, anybody watching on CNN and MSNBC is getting close to turning it off. Call it a night.
Let's see. They're saying Trump nears 270.
Mm-hmm.
And he's at 254. That's what Fox News says.
Oh, okay. So that's the same thing that CNN has.
Right.
CNN actually has him at 257.
Crazy.
So what are we doing? Taking a break?
Yeah.
I don't even know what time we started it, but
isn't it on the?
Well, I've been rolling it for longer since when we started. It's at 2.5 now, but
but we
probably did about an hour.
Yeah.
You want to keep going? Or
Yeah, we'll just wait till he comes back.
Okay.
Let's take a break.
Yeah. From the Artie Lang News Center in Hoboken, New Jersey, with Artie Lang and Dan Filato,
So what
I'm
did you-
James Flippin.
What did you think about the Cubs?
Oh, well, I mean, listen, I think that the fact that they won is in some ways kind of surreal because you always looked at them as that not to say that they were any different from the Red Sox, but they kind of were. Like the Red Sox had all those tortured playoff losses.
Right.
Like just barely not getting it done.
Right.
And the Cubs had 1984 and, of course, 1969, where you guys blew it in the regular season, and that's all there was back then in terms of the playoffs. Or I guess they did. Did they have an NLCS? They did have an NLCS at that point. But the Cubs blew it. And but, I mean, it's almost always been kind of like the lovable losers.
Right.
The Cubbies, you know, the Rookie of the Year for me anyway as a kid. And it just kind of seemed like they were always going to be that team that kind of like popped up every now and then. And you saw it ever since Theo Epstein got there, and I respect the hell out of Theo Epstein, that they built a juggernaut. They just built a juggernaut, man. They didn't miss on their draft picks.
Man, I'll tell you,
they spent money when they needed to.
Yeah, every one of those draft picks. And it's so funny because on the other end of the spectrum, you have the Bears, who every one of the draft picks has been a complete bust.
Yeah.
They have like the lowest percentage of draft picks on their team.
Well, listen, man, it's not really rocket science in any sport you talk about, and some are more obvious than others because basketball, you know right away if you fucked up. Football, you basically know in like a year or two if you fucked up. But baseball, it takes a while for those minor league classes to blossom.
Right.
But once
And sometimes
Theo was in place, they started to hit on those guys. And Bryant, you know, trading for Russell. Obviously, you know, they had Castro and traded him for, you know, whatever. Rizzo is such a massive star. And even guys who kind of whatever, like Contreras behind the plate. And Schwarber is almost an afterthought. Of course, he's hurt all year. And he's like their best fucking hitter in the World Series. So I think that it's crazy to me that there's such a juggernaut now. It kind of like... To me, I do feel like baseball is almost just in a different place right now, like with the Cubs being as good as they are, and it's no question that the Red Sox are going to be a major challenger to the Yankees every year, and the Dodgers are basically just an unstoppable force, you know, in addition to the Giants. But the baseball landscape is very different from what it was, say, 10 or 15 years ago, and I think it's nothing but a positive.
Right.
Because I think that the key to sport and professional sports is giving the sense that on opening day, your
Every
team has a chance to win.
Every team has a chance
And
to
for
win.
the longest time, that wasn't really a thing in baseball. It's getting there. Steroids being out of the game. The minor leagues matter more than ever. You know, it's evening out. I don't know. I think it's great. I think that for you and for Ed Silla of the Radio Misfits Network and another guy I met there, Anderson Laufer of Radio Misfits, you know, I'm happy for the diehards. Wayne Rendazzo, who I work with on WOR, grew up as a Cubs fan. You know, I'm happy for them. The millions upon millions of fucking people and the fact that it was like, you know, $150 cover charge to go to Wrigleyville and watch a fucking World Series game, that I could have done without. You know, because that's just people who, that's the cool thing in Chicago. The Cubs are so fucking cool. Nobody gives a shit about the White Sox. And, you know, I went to a White Sox game this summer, and I felt like I was kindred spirits with all those people. Right. Because as a Mets fan in the Yankees town.
Clinton called Trump to concede.
Okay, so she called him to concede. Wow.
It's over.
Well, I mean, what's the precedent with giving a speech the night of or not?
I don't know.
I mean, if she's conceding, then she should have spoken tonight, I think.
Yeah, I think she probably, I think you're right. I think
But I will say this, and I'm trying to be fair, and I'm trying to be decent. It's such a watershed moment, and it's such a big deal, and this election was so nasty, and everybody's so divided amongst multiple lines. You know, political, of course, but the racial thing is, I think, worse than it has been in previous decades. For her to wait and in the light of day and after a night's sleep, if she gets any, to go out there and hopefully give a really good concession speech would go a long way, not towards just helping the country, which is really what I care about, but kind of like helping her legacy in a way.
Right.
You know? Because otherwise, if it's not speaking the night of and going out tomorrow and doubling down on this guy sucks and he's a racist and, you know, what a horrible moment this is for our country and shit, her legacy will never be anything other than just a vindictive, nasty bitch. Anyway, so Clinton, in the Artie Lang News Center here in Hoboken, New Jersey, we can announce that Hillary Clinton has called Donald Trump to concede the election at 2:45 a.m. in the morning on the East Coast. And walking out onto the stage now, it is, of course,
let's watch it.
Mike Pence. And is it Trump also or just Pence?
It's Mike Pence.
So Pence is coming out. He's flanked by his children. Very exciting. This is at the New York Hilton?
Yes.
So in Midtown Manhattan, the Hilton Hotel, somewhere up around 53rd? Something like that?
Yes. They have that great stand outside there, like the one that after 4 o'clock, there's a line always around the corner for that stand. For that halal.
Oh yeah, it was right. The whole
the Hilton is where they just opened one of those in Chicago.
Yeah, the street meat.
But I guess that after 4 o'clock, those 4 guys have a special sauce that people wait in line for.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I believe it, man. People go nuts for food trucks. Right. All right. Well, the Artie Lang News Center. I think we're going to take a quick break.
Right.
And Artie, you'll probably have some closing thoughts. We know for a fact now that Clinton has conceded. And Dan, I think, is going to maybe make himself some hot cocoa to kind of bring up his spirits.
I've been telling Artie, blow it up for a year.
Drain the swamp.
Yep.
Say it, Dan. MAGA.
Drain this MAGA.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
All right.
You guys can finish up here.
All right. But should we just close it up?
Yeah.
All right. So the election has been called.
Trump triumphs.
That's right.
And I think that's a program for Artie Lang.
Donald Trump is the president of the United States, and I've golfed with him. I've roasted him. I want to apologize for that joke about the Borgata. I was out of line, but how many people can say they golf with the president of the United States? I can say I golf with the president. Can you guys? No. I golfed with the fucking president and Eli Manning.
MAGA.
Take care, Bridget.
The Artie Lang Uncensored